Did you, oh,
Yes.
shoot, now I can't remember. Oh, the one, there were two different people. I'm not sure if anybody could make it tonight. Natalie, maybe, I don't know, maybe Natalie can make, I don't know. I can't remember if that was a yes or no, but maybe she'll, you never know.
Okay. I did not add any response to those introductions as of yet. So I don't recall seeing anything additional.
Okay.
But all righty, everyone. Well, welcome to our regular Tuesday night Collaborating Connections Zoom networking meeting. My name is Dawn Evans Casey, and I'm the leader of the group. Collaborating Connections is one of many networking groups under the TTR networking umbrella, and TTR stands for To the Rescue. This networking group, TTR networking, has been around for over 14 years. We started out meeting in person, and some of the groups have transitioned to a virtual Zoom meeting since the pandemic. There are some groups that meet in person, and there are just numerous opportunities for networking on a broader scale or amongst any of these various groups that meet weekly. At different dates and times. So please feel free to check out TTR Networking through the website and see all of the options that are available to increase your networking opportunities. TTR To the Rescue. The rescue is actually an acronym that stands for the values that TTR networking supports and believes in. The R is for relationship building. The E is for education. The S is for success strategies. The C is for community. We love to support our community groups and nonprofit groups. The U is for understanding. And the E, the second E, is for execute. So not only are we sharing wonderful ideas and resources and constantly talking and supporting each other, but we want each of our members and visitors to just go out and execute some of these wonderful actions and increase their business, increase their contacts so that they can thrive and be overall successful. On a weekly basis, we start off by acknowledging wins that may have occurred within the past week or may occur in the near future. So I will open the floors for anyone who's interested to share any of their wins so that we can all celebrate you and your win as well. Anybody got anything they want to share?
I always talk a lot, but here we go. So we are starting a group called Ignite, and TV has been working on that, and we basically kind of ran. I mean, we ended up where we didn't have really the interest in it the way it was. So Pavi Free, the wonderful lady that she is, reached out and said, let's get together and brainstorm. So we did a brainstorming session, and things got done, and more's going to get done. And I think we're on the right path to creating a program that's going to work. So it's basically a business boot camp kind of thing. I mean, we're just trying to get it started, but instead of having the people tell us what we're kind of we are creating the program instead of seeing what people want. Once they get there, we're going to create it, and hopefully that will entice the right people. So I just would say that's a win because I could have probably looked at that and said, okay, well, that, yeah, that was a big loss. But thankfully, Bobby Three had some ideas, and then the rest of us in the committee kind of saw the vision a little bit, and now we're trying it from a different angle. So it's always a learning experience for sure.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Are the Ignite sessions recorded and shared, or
Well, I don't know that they'll be shared across the board because once we get this launched the way we want to, it'll be it'll be a membership thing. You know what I mean? People who are in it will be paying for the expertise, the people that are bringing the different knowledge to the platform. I hope that makes sense. But so I don't think we're going to share it across the board. However, everybody that's in the group, will be able to get access to those. So we'd send out the recordings to the people in the group, but not just, anybody. Whereas you're sharing your group meetings, I think is a really good thing because they get a feel for how it works. And we do have the workshop. I think that, we did the workshop a couple of weeks ago, kind of gave the overall of the Ignite. And we'll probably have to do another one because it's going to be a little different perspective. But
okay.
Haven't put all the pieces in the puzzle, but we're doing some research first before we put the whole thing out there. So,
Gotcha.
okay.
We're basically looking at it to be like a set number of weeks boot camp versus a ongoing networking type.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. And that, our program was that was kind of the thought that it would be not an indefinite thing, but it was kind of hard to know because we didn't really know what material we were going to cover. Well, now we've decided, okay, we're going to set what the material is, and we're going to make sure all of that is set before we even launch the group. So anyway, I don't know, but yes, exactly. And it was, we're looking for people within TTR first, but then we're going to be hopefully getting referrals from our members for people that have the expertise we need. So hopefully that makes sense.
All righty. Good. Thank you so much. Well, I hope that anybody within our listening audience, if they have an interest in kicking off, igniting their new business or reigniting business that they've had in place that perhaps has grown stagnant, that they'll consider being a part of that Monday night group.
Yeah.
Anybody else got any wins to share? All righty. Well, I'll share mine. I have accepted an offer from Steak and Shake to stop contracting and be an employee of the organization. So, and in that endeavor, I also shared my medical benefits information, the offerings with Nancy for her to kind of check things out and give me some consultation on where the gaps might be and what I might want to do as far as supplemental, etc. What both my husband, who's considering retiring in the near future, perhaps, and myself starting as a permanent employee. Nancy was very helpful, responded to me quickly, and I think we are going to schedule a further follow-up conversation. So last week when I asked her Does she look at people's plans and offer suggestions? I already kind of had in mind what I was pursuing, and she thoughtfully engaged with me to help me out there. So thank you so much, Nancy. That is a win for me when I have a reliable resource in medical insurance, health insurance to talk with. Makes a big difference. All righty. Any other wins? Anybody? Okay. Next on our agenda, I always invite our fearless leader, Jennifer Johnson, to give us updates on what's happening in TTR networking. So Jennifer,
Well,
take it away.
yeah, thank you, Don. And actually, I mean, I would say it's a bumpy drive out here. Ignite is one. So if you are, considering that, reach out to Dawn, reach out to me, whatever. We will definitely point you in the right direction. And that's going to start officially here in the next, I would say, the next month to 2 months. We're going to be realistic and put some plans together. Anyway, so we'll let you know, but they are going to meet on Monday night. That's what has been already decided. But the big event is Friday, February 23rd, and it is at the Haverstick, and it's all over our website. We've got it all over social media, and we are going to be sharing it in a number of other ways. It's literally 2 weeks from Friday. So I would just encourage you, if you are trying to build your business, build a business, whatever that is, you come and join us. It's a spring break, kind of get excited about spring break, and we're going to be networking for a cause, which is the Indiana Parkinson Foundation. And I actually talked to the director today, I mentioned earlier before we started recording, that Kim Williams said there's a number of ways people can support the Indiana Parkinson Foundation. So it's not just money, although I'm sure they'd be happy for that, but they have all kinds of different ways people can get involved. So, I would just go check their website out if you can't join us, or you want to, get an idea what they do. And anyway, she will be there. And that's really the big push that we're doing. We've definitely got our weekly groups, and we have some things that'll be happening in early March. I can't believe we're talking about March already, but that's how we have to do it. But just keep your eyes on our website, and if you have not, I will just promote it again, that we had a wonderful TTR Presents with our own Pavi Kilgore, who's on here with KPSK Consulting, and it is now actually out there all over the place too. So please, reach out. I'll send you the link if you want to know more about what the name of it was. Small Business Big Compliance. I can't remember the rest of it. It's out there. All
How
about
to
when you
protect yourself when hiring.
There you go. She did a great job, and I've heard only good things since the recording, or since the presentation. But very excited to be able to. I mean, until you don't know what you don't know, so go check this out. Please check it out. So that would be, just keep your eyes on everything, but please join us for the Fun Fridays on February 20th.
Hey, we've got a training for the website coming up too, don't we?
We do on February. You're right. You always do all that research. Good for you. It's actually February 29th. I'm kind of thinking we're going to get through the 23rd, and then I'm going to run it by everybody and make sure. But we have a new website as of Labor Day last year, and a lot of us are still learning how to use it, including me more than anybody else, probably. We had an email that went out today and it was not supposed to, so it was late. So we need I need all the training I can get. But anyway, yes, that is the 29th of February is the first, and we'd love to have our members for sure on there. That is really our members. New website training, and it will be recorded as well. Okay.
Super awesome. You shared with me as a leader, Jennifer Johnson, some documents in preparation for this month's theme of February being about follow up and follow through.
Yeah.
And amongst those documents were a listing of how TTR networking members can get the most out of their membership and how they can be most effective as a member of TTR networking. I'm excited to share that via email with all of Collaborating Connections members, just to make sure that, you are aware of how to show up, how to follow through, how to be the best and get the most out of your TTR networking memberships. So said all that to say, that you are here this evening is awesome, that you, make sure that you follow up with those, keeping the one-on-ones current, visiting the website, keeping your profile information up to date, and checking in on the happenings that Jennifer is sharing, the details of those, reading the blogs, and getting to know members in other groups as well. All of that helps move us forward in being great networkers. So thanks so much, Jennifer.
You're welcome, John. I just see that Deanna's on here. Maybe she wants to give some more light to the event that they're having, unless she's packed full and can't squeeze anybody else in. I don't know if she's able to. Deanna was telling them about your promotion that's going on.
Oh, how lovely. Thank you.
I sent you an email, so look for it from
Okay.
us. So just want to make sure, because we want to get in on that. But Dawn was saying she wanted to know more about it. So go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to ask and say, how do I use exactly what Dawn was saying, which is, how do I make the best of our membership? Where else and what else could I be doing with this to make sure our members know? Because I just wasn't sure, do I need to ask Nicole, or where's the best next step?
Well, as far as Nicole, yes, she's put your stuff out there. We're seeing it, but we also have a blog that we'd like to get you to blog, but we'd also like, the TTR Presents and some of those things too. I know you're busy, and I know you've had a lot of things on your plate. But any way that we can get you in there to do, because that's what Pavi 3's been. I mean, she has been really, really getting in there to do it. And we've got the blogging. So I don't know if you have a blog or something. Because Nicole is one of all of that stuff together. So I think she messaged me. She's in Florida, and they do not have great reception on Wi-Fi. I don't even know if they have Wi-Fi. But there you are. I see you. But I saw it on our page, so I emailed you. But I mean, how do people get in on your opportunity? Does it start tomorrow?
It starts on Friday, and Jay has it up on a website. I think there's a link to it. I think I just got flyers printed out. So I know I have a QR code, but I don't know how to, I'm just technically not proficient, so I don't know how to get that to you guys. I could take a picture of the flyer.
Well, and that would be good. That would be good. Anything that we can put out there, but a QR code's good. What is the QR code? Does it actually sign you up for it, Deanna? Or you
It
can,
takes you straight to the page where you can get all the other information, all other details.
okay, because I emailed you from the thing that we had, but I didn't have a website. I don't think there was a website on it. But it was
Okay, I
whatever.
will. Yeah, I apologize. I didn't see that email come in. It doesn't, that's inexcusable. I apologize because that's
No,
the goal of
it-
making
Yeah,
connections.
it should have just, my emails tend to go to spam. I'm sorry, because I send so many. So it may not be yours, it may be mine, but I sent it to admin@resenergize.com. Is that your email?
Yeah, admin. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I have a Deanna at Resenergize and I have a admin. So
Okay. Well, anyway, we would like to be in on that, my husband and I here, but your event, I guess that we're talking about events. That's why I was thinking of, you should share that while, we're talking about that kind of stuff.
absolutely. So I'll just say it's from the Friday, the February 9th to Saturday, the 17th. Basically, it's a buy one, bring one. So if you come and pay for one person, the second person comes for free, to just get everybody a chance. But the special part about this is that we are setting the entire system to carry 6 different frequencies of just love, happy, warm, fuzzy heart things, and radiating love, and highest frequencies of that kind of stuff. So it's kind of a experiment and just a fun, really, really cool, fun, different thing to do for Valentine's.
Obviously, that sounds wonderful. Sounds wonderful. But yes. I know we have something out there, but I don't think we have all the stuff. So
I'm going to take a picture of it and try to see if I can figure out how to get it in the chat.
okay, do that. And
You
yeah,
still
and-
have slots open, Deanna?
We do. Oh, yes, ma'am, we do.
Awesome.
Yep, we have
And
slots
I'm-
Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Okay, well, look for my email, and I think, unfortunately, I don't know if I put down, I wasn't sure how long the slots were for or anything, so you're gonna have to fill me in on that, but, I'm sorry, we're at my meeting. But I am so sorry to have to jump off, but I'm glad you got on here, Deanna, because I definitely wanted to find out. So thank you. Just let us know what we need to do. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're
All right.
welcome. You guys have a good meeting. I'm sorry. It's now, I'm not sure where the sound is coming from. All right. Sorry. You guys have a good meeting. We'll talk to
See
you
you
later.
later, Jennifer. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Somehow,
right.
I think I know how to get out. Who knows? Who knows? There I am. All right. Bye.
Bye. Yep, she's gone. Okay. All righty. Well, we are going to move on to our roundtable introductions part of the meeting. And I am going to invite Pavi3 Kilgore. Are you ready to introduce yourself and your business?
Sure. Excuse me. Vitra Kilgo with KPSK Consulting, providing fractional HR for small to medium-sized businesses, specializing in labor and employment law, helping businesses stay compliant and out of government agency trouble, audit, the ever-loving and evolving regulations by the alphabet soup. We also provide as-needed services to solopreneurs and entrepreneurs that are just starting to look at hiring. So we will help them work through what that looks like, setting up, making sure that the business is covered on the front end before you even start hiring. That's what we do.
Super awesome. Thank you so much, Pavi3.
Thank you.
Do we have any questions this evening for Pavi3 Kilgore and KPSK Consulting? Actually, I'm also going to invite Spencer to unmute and just ask if you've got anything that you would like to add.
I'm just happy to be employed again this week. So
What a blessing. What a
Soon to
blessing.
be not.
Oh, you guys are hilarious. Well, thank you for being with us tonight. And if there are no other questions, I am next going to invite Nancy Vesley. Are you ready to introduce yourself and your business?
Yep, I'm Nancy Vesley, IHC Specialty Benefits. I work with people under 65 with health insurance, either through ACA or short-term medical plans. I also help seniors with Medicare and trying to get through that whole subject, which is a total confusion all the way through. What else? Also can help with life insurance. And they're adding more life insurance carriers to our portfolio in the future. So we'll see.
Oh, good. Good, good. Well, I'm looking forward to talking with you soon, Nancy. I don't know if I'll get my husband in on that call or not because he needs to chat with you too, but we'll get that scheduled soon.
Okay.
Do we have any other questions or comments for Nancy Vesley with IHC Specialty Insurance? Anybody? Okay. I do know, or you had mentioned previously, Nancy, that you help small businesses with getting plans for the owner, their employees. Is Poppy 3, I'm just wondering, as you work with small businesses with your services, do you run into those businesses that are looking for a medical plan or services and look to you for recommendations? And if so, I hope that you guys have done a one-on-one or have chatted. Okay,
Yes, we have.
super awesome. Very good. All righty. If there are no other questions or comments for Nancy Vesley, next I am going to invite Deanna. Are you ready to introduce yourself and your business?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
My
fine.
name is Deanna Moray, and what we have, what we do is love, actually, because we have a wellness center called Rezenergize Sanctuary, and our Rezenergize Sanctuary has these really cool technology in it. These screens. There's 4 towers, and they radiate a scalar wave field that actually, when it hits the body, it triggers the body to repair and heal itself in ways it hasn't been able to do before. All kinds of really cool science about that. But I don't know if the science is as important as how people feel. And we have just had so many testimonials from people who talk about feeling better, not only the day that they come, the day that they visit, but then, a couple days later, a week later, people are noticing the difference. And it's so holistic and natural. All you really have to do is come in and take a nap. That's what we do. And we do it because we believe specifically that people who are suffering and in a lot of pain are not only sometimes harder to love, but they have less love to give than normal because the pain is occupying all of that energy. So our thought was, if there's one way that we can bring more love into our community, it's by relieving suffering and doing everything that we can to help with that. So that's why we do what we do.
Super awesome. I absolutely love what you do, Deanna. So thank you so much for bringing that information and technology to us. Are there any questions this evening for Deanna or about Rezenergize Sanctuary? Okie dokie. Thank you so much, Deanna.
Thank you.
I want to take a moment to acknowledge our members who are not here tonight on the call, but to just give them a shout out, mention their names, and let our listening audience know who else we're connected with and how they can get in touch with these wonderful professionals. First, we have Robert Haley, who is a mortgage lending specialist. Um, he's got over 25 years of experience and just does an absolutely wonderful job. He knows all about financial literacy, home financing, managing your finances for individuals from, young newlyweds or fresh out of college to seniors that are considering perhaps downsizing and so forth. He's just completely amazing. So feel free if you have any home mortgage needs to reach out to Robert Haley. Also, we have Carol Blackman, who is a real estate broker with eXp Realty. She is licensed in both Indiana and Florida, but has wonderful contacts literally all over the United States and around the world. So whether you are interested in buying or selling a home, wanting to know what you need to do to prepare for that, home buying, home selling, what looks good, she will offer you all the wonderful ideas and tips that can get you going in the process. Again, that is Carol Blackman with eXp Realty. And we also have Kimberly Good with Good Bookkeeping Services. Kim is headquartered out of Louisville, Kentucky, but loves to travel and will definitely travel and meet small business bookkeeping and payroll clients. So Kim's got a website. She also has a program that kind of kicks off individuals, gives them an initial exposure to tips and tricks of improving their bookkeeping needs, which might be very important right now as a lot of the businesses are preparing for tax season. So Kim Good with Good Bookkeeping is another wonderful member of ours. I did not mention, I don't know if we mentioned that Polly 3 Kilgore with KPSK Consulting is one of our global partners, which we are so happy to have. Another one of our global partners is, oh gosh,
Robert
Robert
Bonjour
Bowles.
with
Yes.
Offset
Offset
House Printing.
Yes. Offset House is a family printing house here in the central Indiana area and do everything from copies to book printing to calendar projects and really all of your printing needs. And they've got years and years of experience and do an excellent job. So if you have any printing needs, please feel free to reach out to Robert Bonjour with Offset Printing. I think I've covered everybody except myself. I'm Dawn Evans Casey, and my company, or one of my companies, is Spa Travel. It is a full service travel agency, and I would love to help you plan and book your next travel engagement. Whether it's individual, family, or a large group, whether you are traveling domestically or internationally, whether it's a cruise, a tour, um, all-inclusive resort. I have contacts with literally thousands of travel vendors around the world. So if you've got something in mind and need a little help, want to take that internet travel search off of your plate, which can be quite frustrating, I certainly would be happy to help. Again, my company is Spa Travel. Additionally, my husband and I work with multi-generational families, doing project work, helping to teach them how they can do their own genealogy and family history research. That company is called Claiming Your Roots. We have a Facebook page that provides tips and tricks and motivational support to get you in the mood to do your family history. And then with the pictures and stories and data, pull that into a wonderful keepsake that you can continue to build on and pass forward to future generations. So if anybody has any interest in genealogy and family history, please feel free to join the Facebook page, Claiming Your Roots. I also write a chocolate blog, and the chocolate blog is called Cheerful Chocolate Spirit. It's also on Facebook with a bunch of tips and recipes and pictures and quips about the love of chocolate, all kinds of chocolate. So myself, I happen to be diabetic and still can enjoy chocolate. So I provide both healthy ways to indulge in chocolate, and every now and then there are also some very decadent chocolate recipes, pictures, suggestions of where to go to enjoy the best chocolate desserts. So if you're interested in chocolate, check out Cheerful Chocolate Spirit.
Dawn, I do want to mention, just because I thought of you as soon as we got them, we do have a large supply of the Oh My God cake recipes in packaged already, so people can buy them, and we will also have samples next week.
All right, I'll be there. Doggone it. Oh My God chocolate cake. That's what it's called, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. It is absolutely delicious, people. I'm telling you. So if you'd like to try it, please reach out to Deanna. It's certainly something that if you're a chocolate lover, you would not want to miss.
It is so lovely, and they come in very small little cups, so it's almost like it's doable to be decadent in just this little portion, you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Does anyone have any questions or comments for me with travel or family history or chocolate? All righty. Well, we will move forward. We're at the first week of a new month, and with each month, we have a professional discussion topic or theme per se for all of our TTR networking groups. Our theme for the month of February is follow up and follow through. There's just really so much to say about it. That's where the success really lies, I think, in all of our businesses, is in the follow-up. Oftentimes we can share with somebody who we are and what we're about, and they may or may not be interested from the very start. But making sure that we have the opportunity to follow up, to provide an actual ask to somebody that we are speaking with, finding out what they need, what they're interested in, how we can help becomes so very important. So we want to talk about follow-up. And I just want to ask the question of those who are here on the call, how comfortable are you with your current follow-up process? And what does that look like for your type of business? Deanna, Nancy?
I'll say it's one of my worst traits. I don't have a good way. I've tried different things, but I lose a lot of people in process. I don't follow up fast enough, I don't think.
What is your follow-up timing generally?
When I remember. How sad is that? I've put it on my calendar, and a lot of things I put on my calendar, I cross it off, or I don't look at my calendar on a regular basis. Or it gets covered up with other stuff. That's usually what happens, oh, I'm gonna call those 5 people I sent a quote to. And it doesn't happen.
Hmm.
And I've tried different things. I've tried a spreadsheet. I've tried putting notes on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
You can just snooze through those very easily, just like you snooze through the wake-up call in the morning. So I'm looking for another plan, another system, because my system is not very effective.
Okay, I understand. What is it that you pay attention to? What is it that catches your attention that you would be more apt to respond to and take action?
Fires catch my attention. That's what does, oh, you need insurance now because you lost it yesterday. I can help you with that. That's what I'm doing. I'm not prioritizing them and following up on a regular basis because some fire comes in front of it, and then I'm off doing that one.
And you completely forget about the previous?
I either completely forget about it, or by the time I get back to calling them, they've already decided to go a different direction. Sometimes they're not doing anything. And a lot of times the prices, you send them prices, and if it's not in the budget, it's not in the budget. They know they should have it, but
Mm-hmm.
not in the budget, so they go with
Do you
nothing.
Do you feel like you make it easy for someone to give you a response, whether it's yes or no?
I mean, I've texted them. I've tried texting people on a basis. So if they want to say no, they can easily say no, thank you or something. I've done that too. And a lot of times they don't answer. I say, have you, because a lot of times emails could get lost, but texts, they're going to read them. Whether they respond to them or not is another thing.
Hmm. I'm wondering if it would be beneficial that part of your conversation, your original conversation with them, is to verify what type of communication works best with them. And then 2, to express to them how important their response is to you, whether it is yes or no. If it's yes, wonderful, you're happy to help and get it done. If it's no, that you respect that and accept that and hope that there may be an opportunity in the future. So you still come away on a positive note with them, or that you've given them enough information and enough of a customer, a feel that they're important, that perhaps they'd recommend you when somebody else they know is
Right.
in need. Or that they can say, this isn't the right time, but maybe later, and agree that there is that later date that you will reconnect with them, talk about any new opportunities or plans that might fit, and just to catch up, just to build the relationship that you'll touch base later. And maybe giving them that information up front, the options that fit best for them, to communicate with them and to get their response, will help improve getting them to the yes, no, maybe, and help you follow up with them more
Right.
effectively.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think, Deanna? Do you have any suggestions for Nancy?
Oh, I just wanted to tell Nancy I could my friend, I totally feel ya. I completely That's how I feel about it because the system that I have is I have a notepad or I have notes, a notepad on my phone, or I have business cards that I'll put in my own business card holder to make sure I have them to follow up on. And then because I have ADD, once I arrive home after those networking events, there's like Nancy said, fires. Those are the things that, oh, okay, this has got to go out today. Oh, we have a client coming. Oh, the wash closets have all got to be washed and folded and put back in. Then, oh, we got something else. Oh, we need to get the flyers done. Oh, we need to get the TikTok done. Oh, we need to. And there's like, oh, you go to the networking event the next week, and you're like, oh crap, I was supposed to tell. I was supposed to send them something. It's like, dang it. It's like the first time you find $5 on the ticket, you're like, oh, that was the event we went to. It's like, that's when it comes back.
Yeah.
So I work hard to try to find ways to overcome that. I'm not great at it yet because I don't know what those systems are. Oh, heck, to be honest with you, to be completely transparent, just today I had a friend that I was talking to and I'm like, the biggest problem with my ADD medicine is trying to remember to take it. And she laughed at me. And then she put 4 different alarm systems in my phone so that even if I get up to go take my ADD medicine, if there's something that distracted me before I got there, oh, the cat litter, oh, the cat box is ripe. I gotta better get that. And then, oh, you still forgot, so that you keep going. I'm like, crap. So I'm just now trying to figure out solutions to make sure I take my ADD medicine, let alone having a system by which I can, without fault, remember to follow up. That's just me being honest. It's
Oh, yeah.
terrible. It's actually
get
terrible.
I get you. And a lot of this, the solution that works for you and your business is going to be a lot of trial and error. There isn't just a one best way to get it done. What I recommend to anybody and what I think about myself is I know how important follow-up is to getting to a successful outcome. So I prioritize it and I want to think about it frequently throughout the day. With me, and doing all of these different businesses and what I said I wanted to focus on in 23 and 24 was to integrate the time that I applied to all of my interests to make sure that I can be successful in these things. And easily a fire can pop up somewhere that totally obliterates my intentions.
Right.
So I do start off with a schedule, and there are days and time slots that I initially set aside to focus on my businesses and the things that I need to do there. But I realize that I'm human and stuff happens, and there's going to be a need or a fire or something that changes that schedule.
Mm.
The biggest thing for me was to learn that that I can be flexible and that it is not failure to miss the deadline or to miss the intended follow-up action that I wanted. But I really want to try to be thoughtful or mindful of what the things are that I need to do to follow up to get them done relatively close to,
Right. Target.
to the target, not to let them disappear, not to let my client or potential client think that I've just dissed them, forgotten them, don't value them, or anything like that. Because it's very important, for my reputation or my business reputation, not to let things go by the wayside.
Right.
So I try to think, I will stop and think, you know, as we get older, how we go upstairs or downstairs, and after we've made that trip, we completely forgot what the heck
Oh,
we
every
initially
day,
intended to do.
every day.
So I do that quite a bit. But when I get there and I've forgotten, I am going to stand and focus on, now what was that? What am I forgetting? What do I need to do? What action is it going to take? How much time is it going to take? Is there, you know, can I condense perhaps, or find a way to do two things at once, or catch back up on my schedule? You know, all of those types of things are going through my head. So, like I was saying earlier, there are things that we can set up initially, but then we have to be forgiving of ourselves, give ourselves grace, and say, okay, well, that was the plan, but now, now I'm gonna at least try this. I'm gonna at least get this done. I'm at
Right.
least going to follow through in this way.
Right.
And and just like we start off our calls on a weekly basis with our celebrations, we need to celebrate our little wins as we go. We need to be able to pat ourselves on the back and say, okay, I got that follow through done. I wrote that email, I made that phone call, I sent out that information. You know, I fulfilled this task of the ask of what someone asked me to do. And yay. And for me, I'm gonna, of course, you know, take a bite of chocolate and smile.
Yeah.
But everybody has their little whatevers that they can celebrate their accomplishments with. And that helps. The reason why we celebrate wins as part of this call is to show support for each other, to reinforce the positivity that's going on in our business, and to keep us motivated. And we can do that for ourselves at any time during our day. So, what are your thoughts?
Well done. Well done, Dawn.
Is there anything, you said, Deanna, that your friends set up different alerts or alarms on your phone to help you?
Yeah.
Is that something that you feel like you'll respond to? Is that in sync with your personality and your something that will be a positive prompt for you?
Well, today was my first day, so I'll be able to give you feedback on that in the upcoming weeks, because I'll be able to see how is it working for me, and hopefully it will. Here's what I do know. I know that with the way that my brain works, and as a creative one, and one that, you know, the brain obviously has a hard time staying focused. That the one thing that really changed for me, the more busy I got with business in different businesses along the way, was actually putting all of my appointments, every single one, a phone appointment, a doctor's appointment, whatever, every single appointment in my phone, and then putting an alarm that's 30 minutes and 1 hour in front of it. So that everything, unless it's someplace I got to go a little further, then I'll put an hour, you know, a little bit longer in front of it. But if I put a half an hour alarm and an hour alarm on everything, there usually isn't any place I need to be. That 1 hour alarm won't make sure that I am not late to get there to the best of my ability. Right. So that was the one thing that made the biggest change, is that I just started doing my calendar, started having to do the reminders so that I would leave on time for whatever meeting, or prepare. You know, if the meeting's here at the sanctuary, okay, no problem. I still need to make sure I'm prepared, and that I'm off the phone, and that I'm watching for somebody who's, you know, coming up the drive, etc. Right. So one way or the other, that half an hour and hour alarm is helping make sure that I'm prepared for the things that are coming up, because I can't remember, because time is nebulous to me. If I don't have a machine to tell me regularly to pay attention to time, it doesn't exist. So I've had to use machines to help me accommodate, right?
Yes. Well, see, the wonderful thing about that is that you recognize um, where your most likely opportunity to miss a follow-up, an opportunity, attend a meeting, you recognize where that disconnect can occur, and now you've made a plan to accommodate it.
Yeah.
That's what's so important for all of us in our personal lives and our business lives, for us to first recognize where the disconnects, the most likely, most possible disconnects can occur based on our personality, our lifestyle, whatever. And then to take the time to brainstorm and think about, well, how can I improve that? How can I help?
But tools.
Yeah. What tools can I put in place? But at least when you recognize it, you have the opportunity to communicate it to others and help they let other people help you brainstorm. You have the opportunity to think strategically for yourself. Well, what would I pay attention to? What would I enjoy? How can I change that? And I think
Right.
that's probably the step number one in improvement for all of us in making sure that we can do the follow through, the follow up, the show up, etc.
You know, honestly, Dawn, I think that in that first step, and it's even in all of the 12-step programs, the first one is recognizing that you have a problem. And then I think as soon as we see that we have an issue with whatever skill or weakness that we have, saying something towards not just, not just the first steps, but actually the first step is saying, you know what, I want to know, asking questions to friends, colleagues, or self, how could I fix this? What ideas? Because I think when we first start with that very first question to our own soul, I think over the next day or two or three, we start having things and answers and ideas stumble into our head.
Yes. Yes, I agree with that. Most definitely. That
So
that we consciously acknowledge, this is real in my life, what I'm dealing with. And I'd really like to improve or change that. So how can I get it done? If we speak it to our friends, they're providing feedback. If we speak it into the universe gives us grace and gives us guidance. It's there for us. But we can claim it. Yes, I can be better. Yes, I can change this. Yes, I can be more responsive. Yes, I can follow through. I can do this. And I'm welcome to the information, the resources, the recommendations that can help me get there. Yeah.
Okay.
Super fantastic. I can tell you what I'm used to when I wake up in the morning. My first thoughts are meditative and supportive and positive, stirring up my energy for the day. And I think about my schedule once I feel full and ready. And then before I go to bed at night, I want to acknowledge again, did I get all that stuff done that I wanted to do? What's still on my plate? Sometimes I will stay up and make sure that I can get some things done before I feel like I can release and rest that night.
Yeah, right.
Or sometimes I'll make the plan for, I'm going to bed now. I'm dog tired, but I recognize that I have this to do and I'm future scheduling it to get it done, within the day or next or something like that. And that's just what I figured out works for me. So, again, I hope that each of us, takes the time to be a little introspective, to know that we can always improve, do better, be more effective, serve our customers and prospective customers better and give more wonderful energy out into the world. What do you think?
I agree.
Okay. Awesome. That's all that I had for you guys tonight.
Dawn, thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Thank-
you.
Such a lovely guide and encourager and cheerleader and sort of director on keeping us on track and everything. You have such a lovely soul, a lovely spirit, and you such great ideas, so intelligent. Thank you so much for sharing what you have with this group.
It is my absolute pleasure. Most definitely. And I thank you guys for showing up and taking your time to be here and to share and to be open and honest and, and vulnerable, which isn't easy. But thank you all the more. You are much appreciated.
Thank you.
All right, have a lovely evening.
Take care.
All right. Take care all. And I will look forward to talking with you again next week. If anything comes up in the meantime, you know where to find me. But let's make sure that we are talking to each other and following up and getting things done. Have a super successful week, you all.
Take
Bye-bye.
care. Bye.